We used to be extreme kids, now we all got mortgages. We used to be cool, now that time has gone. Get the fuck off our lawn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to DadBod.
We're back!
We're back!
Yeah!
Yes! My name is Andrew.
My name is Brian.
And this is episode 53. And
Fuck
we are
yeah.
fucking excited to be here. Brian,
Yeah.
how was your time off?
It was good. It was very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it was, I got to hang out with Zayden a lot.
Good.
Yep.
That's always good. He had a birthday recently?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Little 4-year-old little fucker. I mean, sorry, I'm not supposed to swear on my kid anymore.
Swear around your kids anymore.
Well,
ever.
he's not here, so fuck him.
Well,
I mean,
Oh my gosh. Brian, you want to hear how I spent my time?
Yeah.
Well, I got sick in Pennsylvania.
yeah.
I came down with pneumonia, and it was rough. It was.
Dude, I felt so bad for you.
It was so rough. We couldn't go to our concert.
Yep.
We couldn't do our show last week. Oh man.
Dude, at one point, like, you were sitting at the desk next to me and you just had, like, your hoodie on, just, like, quivering. Like, and I'm like, it's like, I mean, I hate to say this, but it's like when your kid's sick. Like,
Yeah.
I looked at it like that. I'm like, I wish I could do something
little
for you,
hug,
dude.
buddy.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So we're back, and we do apologize, everyone, for taking the break. But fuck you guys. We needed the break.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're coming back, and we're coming strong. So let's get started with the old business.
Yep.
The last time we did this, we did a song, Brian. You know we got copyright struck for that
Yes, we
shit?
did.
It's ridiculous. Come on,
Yep.
YouTube. We changed the words and everything.
And since when was Leaving on a Jet Plane done with a fucking banjo?
A banjo. Slightly out of tune as well. We apologize for that.
Yeah.
But we did that on purpose to try to fucking screw with the algorithm. Didn't
Yep.
work.
Nope.
Anyways, that's all right. I'm
Busted.
feeling better, and the next Jams and Jellies promises to be out of this world.
Yep.
So far out of this world that YouTube won't know what to make of it. So fuck it. That's enough of that. Off the old business path. We have new business to discuss. We didn't make it to Alkaline, but that's okay, because we have all of this pent up energy and aggression ready for this next show. Darmy, we're excited to report that we're gonna go check out Wheeler Walker Jr. next month. Right? That's his name?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good.
He has such classics as I Sucked Another Dick Last Night.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Eating pussy and kicking ass.
Eating pussy and kicking ass.
Remember the end of the song with the plot twist?
Yeah.
Sucking dick and kicking ass.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun.
No, I'm really excited.
And we're gonna get all dialed up.
Rhinestone Cowboy style?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. Y'all better watch out. We're gonna be at the Hard Rock in April, rootin' and tootin'.
Uh-huh. New sheriff's in town, boy.
Right.
Oh.
And we know how to party.
Uh-huh.
The other cool thing we got, when we had our time off, our very good friend Karen sent us an awesome thumbnail for our song Big Dad Energy. So here's what I want to do with it. I'm going to put it up on this episode, and then I also want to go update the thumbnail and like change it to that, 'cause
Cool.
that's a really cool thing. So we want to just say shout out and thank you very much to Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
That was very cool of you. Send us more stuff. Send us digital avatars of Brian and myself, because that would be awesome
She's also gonna be the one soon shooting our music video, so.
for that same song.
Yep.
Hopefully, or maybe a new song by the
Who
time
knows, yeah.
by the time we get it around. Who knows? All right, moving on to the state of the Darmy. Brian, believe it or not, even though we were sick, even though we were down and out, the Darmy still
Growing.
went on. They went on, and we went from a measly 300 something to another measly 300 something.
We're like, 350 now?
Yes, we're almost 350, 346, something like that.
Yep.
And the last week, the newest batch of Darmy recruits, they don't know what the fuck is going on,
Right.
because we didn't give them anything this week.
Right.
So we would just like to say thank you. Hello to all of the new friends.
Yep.
Stick around. We got lots of fun stuff that we're going to do.
And normally it is every week.
Every
we
week.
apologize.
Yes.
Yes.
And, but you know what? If it's not, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not the end of the world.
No.
But you know what is the end of the world?
What?
When my kids don't listen to me in my house.
Mhm.
Because you know why, Brian?
Mhm.
In my house, I am the king.
Mhm.
I am the last word. But most importantly, I am the law.
Mhm.
And so today, That's what we need to talk about.
Boom!
We're talking about the law today. I got a little history with the law. How about you? We would just like to say that
Good times.
the names and faces have been changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah.
I really am gonna try as hard as I can to like, if I tell stories, which I absolutely will, to like change names of stories because some of this stuff is incriminating. We'll just get that out of the way. What right off the bat? Tell me, what do you feel about cops? How do you feel about cops?
In general, I hate the way they're perceived now.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's very necessary.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Do I like getting arrested? No. Is it necessary for cops? Fuck yes. Right? Like, remember when all that stuff was going on? They're like, decriminalize the police. What?
Yeah, right.
No, what is it? Defund.
Defund the police.
Yep.
Let one B&E happen with a defunded police.
Right.
No, I agree 100%. But you know, if you could be a cop and not let it go to your head, that would be ideal.
Here's my thing, and I hope that nobody listens and hates me for this statement.
Yeah, this is the statement that's going to make them hate us.
Not all of our dick and fart jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like a lot of times, cops that were like picked on in high school, or kids that were picked on in high school, or were like kind of like the outsider, end up being cops because now they have empowerment.
Yeah, I agree.
And now there's a control issue where I don't know.
There's definitely good cops out there.
Of course.
I'm not saying there's not.
Yeah,
And I'm sure there are people that sign up for the right reasons.
Right.
But I also think there are people that sign up to play Call of Duty in real life.
Right, pretty much.
And that's just got to stop.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I respect anybody that wants to try to keep everyone safe. I respect anybody that's going to put their lives on the line to protect ours. I have no respect for you if all you want to do is put on a badge, tell people what to do, pick on minorities.
Right.
You know, that's fuck off.
Right.
And
So here's the thing that would fix it. I wish that the police departments would have more control over the cops and be able to like figure out which ones are doing that and which are, but
yeah, but that's rough. Like
That's
being
hard.
in internal affairs.
Right, right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because it's run by people and people are not perfect.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. You can have a whole squad of clean cops.
Right.
But give them long enough and eventually one of them's not getting paid enough or
Right.
whatever and they
They
start
get
taking
jaded.
bribes.
Yep.
Yeah, they get jaded.
Yep.
And they're, it's
But
a thankless job.
But we can all agree they're not paid enough.
They're not paid enough. They're not paid enough. That's true. Nobody is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so before we go any further, I would like to personally say thank you to anybody that's ever put on any kind of a uniform
of course.
to protect us.
Yep.
I'm gonna probably say negative things about cops because I have negative experience with them.
So I do too.
But I will say the first experience I can remember most vividly with cops was when they would come to the schools to teach us about the horrors and dangers of drugs.
Oh yeah, the DARE program. Yeah.
That fucking lion or that fucking Scruff McGruff, remember him?
Yep.
Take a bite out of crime. You remember that guy?
Yep. So you know that there's scientific study that said that the DARE program actually did negative effects.
Worse, yeah. It was terrible because we were all taking notes.
Yeah, they dumped like $5 billion into this.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is what marijuana looks like. You're like, okay, how much is that a bag?
Yeah.
30? Okay. How about the meth? All
Hold
right.
that up.
Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some,
How do you do that?
that looks a little dirty.
Yeah,
huh?
no,
Yeah.
they had the whole spiel.
They open up that suitcase and it's like, here's your opiates, your dopamine.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
blah,
blah,
blah,
blah,
blah.
blah.
And then they would have a suitcase full of money, and it'd be like just overflow. Oh my gosh! And they would always have like the coolest car, and they'd be like, "Well, this is the drug dealer car."
Yep.
It sent the wrong messages, buddies.
Yeah. No, they did that terribly. I remember being in, I think, 7th grade. I totally forgot about this stuff. So they picked 2 people out of the class, right, to do a skit
Yeah.
of buying drugs. So one was a drug dealer, one was the buyer. Or
This
one
is
was
in
the seller.
seventh grade?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I love it. In New York.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So what was supposed to happen is me being the buyer, who the other person was
You
the
were
seller.
pegged at an early age,
yeah,
weren't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
They were like, we know
Hey, you.
you look like somebody
Yeah.
who would probably buy drugs.
The asshole that can't stop drumming on the table.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up here, crackhead. Like, you're about to buy some drugs.
This was public school system at its finest.
So I made a joke of it, of course.
Of course.
So I walk up to this dude, like, of course they make him, it's so unrealistic. Like, he's in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what drug dealers
Yeah.
wear nowadays.
are you about to sell me drugs or jerk off in public?
Yeah, right?
Like,
You gonna
what is-
flash me, dude?
What's going on? So, like, the other kid's, like, holding the suitcase with his trench coat around the corner. And I was supposed to, like, walk around and be like, hey, what do you got? And he opens the suitcase, blah, blah, blah. So I walk around the corner. I'm like, hey, what do you got? He opened the suitcase. I grabbed the suitcase and
Yes.
just ran.
Fuck you!
The
Your
cop's like,
first mistake was to open the case. Now I know you got no guns.
Yeah, exactly. You're coming with all this not come packing? Come on, bro. Now just go masturbate in public.
Yeah.
You got your trench
You might
coat.
as well.
But I remember the cop being like, get back here with those drugs.
You're like, hell no! These are mine now.
Never gonna catch me. Creased up fat guy. This is what I was.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I have the history. I condensed this. It's very small. The rule of law is a principle that all people and organizations within a county, state, or community are held accountable to the same set and degrees. The rule of law has its origins in ancient Greece and more specifically in the philosophy of Aristotle. In his work titled Politics, Aristotle raises the question of whether it is better to be ruled by the best leader or the best laws. In exploring this question, he found advantages and disadvantages to both governing methods. His conclusion, however, suggested that laws were appropriate for most societies since they were carefully thought out and could be applied to most situations. Therefore, people should be ruled by the best laws.
Right.
What do you think? Best laws or best dude?
Best laws.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then you're like, if you're talking about best dude, you're talking more like dictatorship.
This next paragraph. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, there needs to be more like
There needs to be blanket accountability.
right.
Everybody needs to be
And
accountable.
one person can't just change it. Yeah. Okay.
This next paragraph hits very close to home. In modern times, many countries throughout the world would have agreed that the rule of law should be followed. In the United States, this means that no one, not even the president, is above the law. The United States federal courts also consider the rule of law to apply to corporations and institutions. Oh no, pneumonia. The courts further state that all people should be held accountable to the laws that are publicly accessible and judged independently. Laws should be enforced equally and consistently, adhering also to international human rights principles. The rule of law provides modern societies with stability and a clear system for resolving conflict between citizens and within a community of any size.
Yep.
Brian, your chuckles there towards the end led me to believe that you may have feelings towards how our laws are being upheld.
Too many spoon-fed assholes that just get away with everything.
It's ridiculous.
You know, like, all right, so we're talking about cops.
Yeah.
A cop these days can barely sneeze sideways without getting, reprimanded.
Mm-hmm.
But our president, or our future president,
I hope not.
can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
The CEOs of any company can pretty much do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke.
It's a pay-to-play system.
Yeah.
And we're not a serious country.
Right.
And, they take advantage of the ones that have the least.
Right.
The end.
Nope.
But here's some fun things. These are some things that I like to talk about. Do you remember back in COVID time, there was that lawyer that he tried to do a Zoom?
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I'm not a cat.
Not a cat. Yep. Yep.
Can you imagine you're a defendant?
Right.
Like, you're already weirded out. You've been in COVID county this whole time.
Yep.
Here you are, and your lawyer pops up and he's a fucking cat. He's charging you like $80 an hour or whatever.
It was only a misdemeanor.
That's good, dude. Oh, man. What about that guy that tackled that judge recently?
Oh, that was crazy.
What do you do in that situation?
Duck.
You hold him for contempt, I guess.
Oh, dude, he's never gonna see the light of day.
No. What?
Because there was serious injuries to that judge.
Was it? Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So he's done so.
Okay. Well, sorry, guy. All right. What stories do I want to start with in regards to? Okay.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Let me start with this story. When I was in high school, I went out with a girl one time, and we were cool friends. And I had just started driving, and I thought I was the shit, man. And I knew there was this one spot where I could park my car, like off this back country road. It was literally like the way the trees were set up. It looked like a parking spot. So I remember I pulled in there to make out with this chick, and we're doing our thing. We're making out. All of a sudden, whoop whoop, the cops show up. Of course.
Yep.
And me having zero experience with the cops and wanting to be the I'll handle this kind of situation. I immediately get out of the car thinking I'm just gonna stroll over. Hey, what's up, guys? Just making out with my girl. Anyways, of course I hop out. What do you think they say?
Get back in the car.
Get the fuck back in the car.
Yep.
Oh my God, dude. You would have thought that I was burying a body.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you have rubber bands?
I should have. Once I heard that voice.
Because you pooped.
A little bit. After they left, I was like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
That's one story. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
First time ever getting arrested.
Okay. Oh, you're going all the way there.
Yeah.
See, I'm leading up to that.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
I was literally on my way home from work,
This chair sucks.
and I worked at my parents' pizza shop, right?
Yeah? How old were you?
16.
Oh, man. That's young.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got my driver's license and immediately got revoked.
Oh my God, and immediately I had my driver's license. I got a ticket within the first 3 days, but
I had 3 speeding tickets within like the first 2 months.
what are you doing?
I was a punk kid, dude.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. Like, I didn't give a shit. Like,
No.
let's go. And so I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know that my license was revoked.
Yeah.
Or not, it was suspended.
Suspended.
Yeah.
Revoked means you can't get it back,
Yeah,
right?
it was suspended.
Yeah.
So I'm on the way home, and I'm literally pulling into like our neighborhood.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, whoop, whoop. So I
That's
get out
the
of the,
sound of the police.
yep. So I get out of the car, and the cop, I had him license registration, everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, my house is literally like 2 blocks away.
I'm almost home.
Yep.
They were waiting for you.
Cop's like, your license is suspended. Like, why? I didn't know. Probably because I didn't pay any of those tickets or went to court for any of those.
He arrested you there? Like, usually they give you the one.
No, here's the worst part.
Okay.
Takes me out of the car, slams me face first onto his hood,
Oh, he sounds like a dick.
right?
Yeah.
Cuffs me. Now, mind you, I'm working at my parents' pizza shop. So my dad was about 10 minutes behind me
Oh, no.
because he was locking up, like, to come home too. So
Oh, no.
here comes my dad. I'm face first on a fucking cop car. He's got his hand on the back of my fucking head like an asshole, right? Like I'm a 16-year-old kid. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, right?
And my dad's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "His license is suspended." My dad, of course, was like, "Come on, dude.
Of course.
The house is right there.
Yeah.
Like, write him a ticket. I'll make sure that we'll get everything paid off. But whatever." And he's like, not happening.
Bringing him down.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Gotta teach this kid a lesson.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Yep. Chip on your shoulder. So, yep, I went in, did an overnight.
Did they put you in Gen Pop?
Yep.
Yeah? A 16-year-old kid? They
Yep.
put you in juvie, though, right?
No.
No, they put you in with the fucking...
Well, I didn't see that it was just an overnight. I never went into a cell.
Oh, you just did the holding?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that if I would have had to, I would have been juvie.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Yeah.
There's no
but
way.
I just stayed in like the waiting area and they did all the paperwork bullshit.
Oh, man.
Yep.
What'd they do with your car?
I just stayed on the side of the road.
Yeah.
That's when we got
Luckily,
it
you
the
were
next
so
day.
close to home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
That
oh,
was
man.
one thing my dad did help out. He's like, don't tow the car.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to get him out tomorrow morning and he can just, instead of paying another $300 for
Yeah.
towing and storage and all the other bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was fun.
All right. When I delivered pizza the first time, I drove, among others, a 1976 Volkswagen Beetle.
Yep.
And I would get into just shenanigans. Like, that's the only word for it. Things like, oh, my tire fell off.
Right.
Shenanigans. Like, oh,
Yeah.
my lights are... I remember it used to be a common occurrence that I would get pulled over and they would come up and they would always, like, we would be head on,
Yep.
right? And then they would flip around, whoop, whoop. They'd pull me over and they'd say, your headlights aren't working. I'd say, do me a favor. Whack it. I would never say anything else because if I said, oh, if you whack it, they'll turn on, they would never whack it because
Right.
they wanted me to get the ticket.
Right.
So I would say, hey, do me a favor. Can you whack that for me? They'd whack it. They'd turn on. Off I'd go. This happens so often that I was known as the pizza kid in Brooksville.
The whacker.
The pizza whacker. I don't know about that. I'm sure they called me all kinds of names, but yeah, I was the pizza kid.
Can you believe I pulled this kid over? He asked me to whack it.
Oh man, why did I never get arrested for that? What do you want me to do? Just whack it.
Do me a favor. Whack it.
Whack
Come on.
it. Come on.
Pull it out.
Is this some like real kinky thing? Use your billy club.
Come on.
Spit on it first.
These damn kids get weirder and weirder every day, don't they?
I have two more cop stories. One where I culminating on an arrest. Here we go. I used to skateboard just by myself. One time I was working at Walmart and I had a friend buy me a bunch of alcohol. And I kept, for whatever reason, all the empties were in my trunk, right? And so I was at this parking lot, I was skating, and these cops show up, and they start harassing the shit out of me, and they start searching my car, and they find all these empties. And I'm like, what? It's my grandma's car. I don't know.
Right. Grandma's a little weird.
She's weird.
Yeah.
And so the last one, so the first time I got arrested, I was out and I was living with this dude who was trying to get back with his wife, his ex-wife or whatever. Some jewelry had gone missing. I'm not
No.
taking your jewelry. I don't give a fuck. But regardless, the cops were called and we both wound up going. Because neither of us technically owned the house. The house was like her. I come to find out the house was her mom.
Right.
It was her mom's house, and so her mom was pressing charges because it was like a ring that was missing. Come to find out, he knew what happened to the ring.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, that was the first time I got arrested, and that sucked. Going to jail's not fun, dude.
And especially that you didn't do anything.
I know I didn't do anything.
Yep.
It sucked.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah. And then I've been arrested one other time. But I care not to divulge with that one.
You don't
too
need to.
much. Yeah.
Here's the funniest thing about the booking area, right?
I go crazy in that place, dude.
Like they'll give you like your bologna sandwich, right?
I never got fed in booking.
Really?
No, I always got fed in general population.
Yeah, no. So they were handing out bologna sandwiches,
Okay.
and so I grabbed the bologna sandwich.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm down, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Take a bite. Immediately,
I did not eat in jail.
I was like, what was that? They don't take the plastic wrapper off of the cheese.
Oh, yeah, you gotta...
So I did not know this. So I immediately went up to one of the cops and I was like, question. Do you guys not take the wrapper off just to see how many of us assholes are going to bite into the wrapper? Just for fun?
What did he say?
He's like, no, it's because of lactose intolerant people and people with, like dietary restrictions. I'm like, bullshit.
Bullshit.
No.
You watch every single one.
You giggle every time
And
somebody takes
that's how
a
you
bite.
can tell if it's their first time or not.
Yep. No, we got a newbie. Yep.
Oh, man. Jail. What do I remember most fondly about jail? I am such like a little wide-eyed kid. I'm in jail, and I go up to the hairiest, most Irish, most tatted motherfucking guy I find. And I go, excuse me, do you think maybe when you've got some free time, you can teach me how to play spades? He took one look at me and told me to fuck off.
Yeah, kid, no problem.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to play spades.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Good for you, though. You had the balls to go up to him and ask.
I was just trying to be nice.
Right.
Like, I didn't know he was fucking like the Irish mob or whatever.
Right. It's the head of the IRA.
Spades looks like a fun game. I still don't know how to play.
Nope.
I remember there was this. Oh my god, should I tell this story? One time, some dude like, what's the term when somebody shows their dick to you in jail?
No.
Well, it's either flashed or gunned. I forget what it's the normal vernacular. But so should I tell you that? I guess I have to.
Yeah,
now.
go for it.
All right, so I'm in my second time that I was in jail. I was in jail for a whole week. It was horrible.
Yeah.
This was during Halloween. And the only thing we were watching on TV on this one Sprite day is a rerun of the Halloween movies, a marathon of all the Jason or Michael Myers movies. I'm sitting with this gentleman of the darker pigmented variety, and him and I are watching, and all of a sudden he nudges me on the shoulder. And I'm kind of chilling back like this, and I look over. And he's got his arms inside his shirt. And I don't think too much of it. But he wants to tell me how attractive he is. But keep in mind, Brian, in this same, pod, there is, somebody with a swastika tattoo. And somebody with, a yarmulke. And, so he can't be very vocal about what he's trying to say. I am like, what? What? I can't hear you. What do you mean?
Yep.
That's the movie. Luckily. No, not luckily. Finally, I feel this nudge again, and I look over, and he's got his junk out. Just out. And he's mouthing furiously at me, I think you're cute, pointing at his dick. And I was looking at him, and I was just like, I'm just going to watch this movie, dude. Thanks. Here's the craziest thing, right? Most people would freak the fuck out and they would throw hands or whatever. I'm in fucking jail. I'm not throwing hands in jail. So I think to myself, I'm like, it's been 5 days since I've had a shower. And that's a dude. I still got game.
Yeah. I'm so glad you went that route because I was going to go check out this motherfucker.
Yeah. I would have been passed around, dude. Yeah. If I really wanted to, I probably could have gotten some honey buns from that guy.
Oh, absolutely. That would have been your nickname.
Honey bun? Yup. Oh my goodness. The last thing I have to say about any of that is most of the time any public defender you're going to get is just the worst.
Yeah, they come in a suit 3 times too big, covered in dirt.
Did you see that meme? And that we're part of the same group. It was that recovery.
Yep.
It was like if the text was if you can't afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you. And it was a picture of that. It was the lawyer, and it was a dude. His pants were down to his ankles or whatever. And he's just so disheveled.
Yep.
That's every lawyer.
Every public defendant. Yep.
But speaking of lawyers. Shall we move on then?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the future of law.
Yeah.
So the law firm of the future is already here. We just don't know it. Let's focus on the foreseeable future, the one being shaped by the forces we can see today. Here are 3 ways that law is changing. First of all, they are working with AI, which, come on, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But we don't need a crystal ball to see that AI is already transforming the practice of law. The emergence of generative AI points the way to a future where AI is embedded at every level of an attorney's work. There have been already experiences where lawyers will use ChatGPT or whatever to look up cases, and the AI is just making it up.
Right.
And then they submit that into court. You would think they would be disbarred from that almost immediately.
Probably, you should be.
Yeah. Evaluation and education, AI will transform the way that people are barred. There was this one AI, I think it was GPT-4, which is the newest one. It can pass the bar already. Like just it can pass the bar, which means it can use like law theory to reason,
Yeah.
which is terrifying. I don't want the AI to know what is and isn't illegal because I don't want it to know that it shouldn't murder us because then it's going to murder us.
Right.
I don't want it to know anything. I don't even want it to know what murder is.
And we're talking more closely to like Terminator shit because now this programming knows how to get away with it.
True. Okay, and this last one is super dystopian. Law firms owned by lawyers may maintain a monopoly on legal services well into the future, at least in the U.S. After all, multiple efforts to reform Rule 5.4 of the American Bar Association Model Rules of the Professional Conduct, the strongest bulwark against ownership of law firms by non-lawyers in the United States, have largely failed. So, yeah, it's basically saying that lawyers are going to own the law firms and become even more of gatekeepers. And that doesn't sound good.
So basically, like in 20 years, like Zayden's gonna be like, Morgan and Morgan.
And Morgan.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe. Those guys, like, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're officially the biggest. I love how they did this. They were like, when I first moved to Florida, they're like, biggest law firm in Florida, biggest law firm in the United States, and now they had to do this. We're the biggest law firm. They skipped the world in the universe.
Oh, good. Good.
You don't know there's no alien law forms out there?
Galactic law?
Yeah, what is this shit?
Yeah. What are you doing? You might be causing an intergalactic event.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
The alien Morgan and Morgan are going to come down here.
They're going to come down here and be like, really?
Yeah. Time for your probing.
We're going to get sued as a planet.
Yep.
Awesome. Does that mean we're ready to move on? Oh, wait, we got to talk about a movie or a game or something. What's the best movie? Best law movie? Best cop movie? Police Academy?
I love Police Academy.
Yeah. Those are good.
There was another one from the 80s called Night Patrol. It's about the LAPD. That one's pretty funny. It was like that terrible slapstick, but it was... I remember they're like, oh, hold on. Dark alleyway. There's the alleyway. They always do cockfights.
I think I remember this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they walk down. He's got the new recruit with him. And there's just two naked dudes just beating each other up with dicks.
Classic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another one, they're like walking down the street and they see the sperm bank. And there's like a bunch of dudes lined up. And then one chick. And the cop's like, excuse me, ma'am. I think you might be in the wrong place. And she just goes,
Ugh.
no. I probably watched that when I was like 7.
That's a perfect age.
Yep.
Yep. Oh my gosh. All right then, let's move on. Shall we?
Yep.
Great. Nope.
Hey,
Hey, I'm out of practice. It's
There
been a
we
while.
go.
All right, the first thing, we have segment times. First thing, Brian, it's been a while since we've done a good old-fashioned dad lib.
Let's do it.
So, you and I toiled, even with pneumonia and other things, we toiled for a story where two dads, they sell some Cinedust.
Cool.
Cool. There you go. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Every
Kwanzaa.
morning, the cul-de-sac transformed into a sugar-fueled carnival. Dad, sporting mismatched
New Balances.
and questionable grins, peddled homemade wares from card tables. Mrs.
Tuberculosis.
Legendary
Vagina.
went first, followed by Mr. Rodriguez's questionable yet strangely addictive kimchi quesadillas. This week, however,
Small.
aroma hung in the air, a sweet, spicy, undeniably
Fucked.
one. My dad usually contends selling his award-winning, self-proclaimed zucchini bread shuffled nervously. Beside him, Mr. Garcia, his best friend and co-conspirator,
Thrusted.
under his fedora. Their table display a single, unassuming jar labeled Special Spice Blend. Their secret? Cinedust.
Yeah.
Not the store-bought kind, mind you. This was the mythical stuff, the fabled sprinkles rumored to induce euphoria with a single sprinkle. Obtained through dubious online channels, it was their desperate attempt to win the elusive Dad of the Year trophy awarded by the neighborhood kids. The first customer was Billy Johnson, a notorious sweet tooth. He eyed the jar suspiciously. Special spice blend, huh? What's in it? Just my secret family recipe, Mr. Garcia winked, his smile a little too wide. Billy, ever the skeptic, requested a sample. Dad, heart-pounding, sprinkled a single grain into a...
Bong.
Billy took a bite, his eyes widened, and a beatific smile spread across his face. News traveled like wildfire. Soon, the dads of Sunnyvale were lining up, each eager to experience the sin of bliss. Dads who normally wouldn't dare to...
molest
each other were now bonding over the shared experience. The cul-de-sac was filled with laughter, high fives, and the occasional existential question about the meaning of life. Just as Dad and Mr. Garcia were basking in their newfound popularity, a shadow loomed over them. It was Mrs. Henderson. Her face was as red as a...
menstruation.
What's going on here? She boomed. Dad, his vibrato withering mumbled, just sharing a family secret recipe. Mrs. Henderson, ever the detective, president of the neighborhood watch, thank you very much, narrowed her eyes. She grabbed the jar, sniffed it suspiciously, and declared, "That's cinnadust, and it's illegal." Panic ensued. Dad scattered the special spice blend, confiscated. The coveted trophy remained unclaimed. Dad and Mr. Garcia, dejected, sat there at their empty table. The only remnants of their failed operation, the scent of cinnamon and a shared look of sheepish amusement. Later that evening, as the dads gathered for their usual poker night, Mrs. Henderson, holding the confiscated sprinkle, announced, "I may have confiscated the evidence, but I won't judge. We all just want to make our kids happy."
Truck.
Of agreement rippled through the room. Then Mrs. Henderson sprinkled cinnadust onto the poker chips, a sly grin spreading across her face. Now who's up for a game? And so, the cul-de-sac tradition continued, albeit a slightly modified form. The Dad of the Year trophy remained elusive, but the dads of Sunnyvale, forever bonded by their cinnadust escapade, learned that sometimes the most valuable prize is shared laughter and a touch of forbidden joy.
That's good.
That was good, man. Good job. We write good stories. How about that? All right. What did we learn? Mrs. Henderson is a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck her.
Cinnamon sounds like fire.
Hell yeah. Moving on then?
Yep.
God damn it. Okay, dude. I took some time in between dying with pneumonia to come up with some of the craziest laws I could find.
All right.
And so I'm just going to run down this list. Comment on them if you'd like.
Let's go.
Did you know that it is illegal to eat raw onions while walking down the street in Northfield, Connecticut?
No, I did not.
Now, most of these, I have to wonder, what's the fucking
Yeah.
story there?
Because you know every law is because somebody.
It's written in blood.
Right.
So who the fuck was eating onions? And why were they doing it so much so that
Right.
that they made it
Caused an
illegal?
issue.
That no one, like, was it just one person or was there like a whole wave of, oh God, did you see that shit about Miami? The fucking, they put out this public service announcement about spring break is fucking canceled. And they were like, curfews, $100 parking, don't come here.
Wow.
It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
What the hell are you doing, Miami? Anyways, in not gonna try to say that.
Not gonna work here anymore.
It's a place in Texas, Brian.
Nacogdoches.
Is that it is? I
Yep.
think you're right. All right, cool. In Nacogdoches, Texas, there's another onion one. There's an onion curfew for young women. Under no circumstances are they allowed to have any raw onions after 6 p.m. What the fuck?
Why?
You can just brush your teeth.
I like onions.
Yeah. I like smelling them too.
And why just women?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
We can have onions whenever we want.
Yeah, right?
Wow, okay. Did you know in Oklahoma and in Ohio, you are not allowed to make faces at a dog?
Why?
I don't know, because it's illegal.
Oh, they're breeding their dogs for fighting.
They're
as
doing
well.
something
Yeah,
weird,
something
yeah.
weird's going on.
In California, it's illegal to eat a frog if it died during a frog jumping competition. What?
What?
What the fuck?
How How often do they hold these frog jumping competitions?
And what is anybody really gonna do if I'm like, I'm eating that one?
Yep,
that one's dead.
mine.
That's
Yep.
mine.
Give me it.
What the fuck? In Florida, it's illegal to sing in your swimsuit.
Really?
I guess so. I've definitely done some things in my swimsuit that are illegal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're both dying. All right, in Arizona, you can't have a donkey sleeping in your bathtub after 7 p.m.
What the fuck?
But you can have it at 6:59. 7 o'clock, get out.
Yep.
Get him out. He's got to go outside.
Wake up, donkey.
All right, in California, it's against the law to eat an orange while taking a bath.
Why?
That's got to be like some weird, like, because they're so weird about recycling. Like, they don't want shit going down the drain, maybe?
Right.
How about in Arizona, again, it's illegal to drive while blindfolded. Thank God.
Yeah, right.
Shouldn't it be illegal everywhere?
You're fine in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Arizona's really, they're really moving ahead in the legislation there. My goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Alabama. In
Oh.
Alabama, it's illegal to drive blindfolded. In Arkansas, it's illegal to sound your horn at any place where cold drinks or sandwiches are served after 9 p.m. What? You're telling me that I can't go to a McDonald's drive-through at 9:30
And honk your horn.
and honk my horn to get somebody's attention?
Right.
That's illegal?
Yep.
Arkansas. All right. In Delaware, it's against the law for a pawnbroker to accept an artificial limb or wheelchair as payment, but you can pawn it initially.
Right.
Imagine you pawn your left leg and then
Yep.
you try to buy it back by pawning your right leg, and you just keep shifting back and
Or
forth.
by pawning your wheelchair.
Yeah. How about in Georgia, it's illegal to consume fried chicken by any other means than your hands. Like, I really want to test this. I would like to go to a cop with chicken and a fork and be like,
Right.
oh, you guys suck at your job.
Get me. Come on.
Like, what are you
Yep.
going to do?
Yep.
It's worth catching a charge for that shit. In Louisiana, it's illegal for a woman to drive a car without her husband waving a flag in front of it beforehand.
How sexist is that?
Hold on. It's illegal for a woman
Right.
to drive her car without. So, in order for even to get her license,
You have to
she
have a
needs to
husband.
be married.
Right. Yep. Wow.
That's
also,
incredible.
Wait, hold on though. This is the same state, okay,
Yeah.
where when I was there years ago, I drove up to a drink store, right? Like drive through like a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, what do you want? I was like, I'll take a 64-ounce rum runner, extra 151. All right,
Light it on fire, please.
all right, pull up. Pull
Yeah,
up.
pull up.
I was like, well, hold on. I see you guys have some Jello shots for sale. Take 6 of those too. Supersize them. I'm like, all right, pull up. So the guy hands me the Jello shots and this 64-ounce beverage in a styrofoam cup, and then hands me a straw. And I look at him and I go, how the fuck is this legal? That everyone just drives around drinking? And he's like, nah, man. He goes, I'm going to hand you that cup. I'm going to hand you that straw. It's up to you if you put that straw in that drink.
Yup.
I was like, you savages.
Thank God he said something.
Yep.
You're out of town. You don't know.
Yep.
Just be like, wait.
Oh, you better believe. I was like, cool. What else? Refill. Are you get free refills?
60. Isn't that like a gallon?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How about this? It's in Maine. It's illegal to bite your landlord. That's good.
Okay.
In Kansas, it's illegal to throw knives at men wearing striped suits.
Okay.
In Georgia, it's illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp.
Who the fuck has giraffes in Georgia?
Oh, I don't know. Probably more than we would think. Like, it's so close to Florida.
Yeah, but just out in the wild,
I don't know.
just tied up to a street post.
Can you imagine, like, you know how they would tie their horses to, like,
Yeah,
stables?
yeah.
Just gotta tie up old Bessie here.
Yep.
How about in New York, it's illegal to shine shoes after 1 p.m. on a Sunday? I didn't know that one.
Me neither.
In Ohio, it's against the law for stores to sell cornflakes on Sundays. Did you know and you can fact check this, Darmy. Did you know that cornflakes were made because the guy wanted to stop masturbation?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm going to make them blandest cereal possible so nobody will get a boner.
Yep.
I've gotten so many boners while eating cornflakes, I must say.
So what time's breakfast?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I got my boner. I use my boner to stir my cornflakes. It feels good. In Minnesota, it's illegal to eat hamburgers on Sunday. In Florida, it's illegal to eat cottage cheese on Sunday.
No.
Don't eat anything on Sunday. In Michigan, it's illegal to tie a crocodile or alligator to a fire hydrant. In New Jersey, it's illegal to slurp your soup in public. Eric. Don't slurp your soup. In New Jersey, it's illegal to purchase ice cream after 6. Eric. In Alabama, Kentucky, and Georgia, it's illegal to walk down the street with an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
Yep.
Why?
That one's ridiculous.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
What
heard.
damage are you doing to anybody?
Yeah.
It's just gonna melt.
How about this? In Alaska, it's illegal to push a moose out of a moving airplane. I can see why that would be dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Again, you shouldn't push anything out of a moving
No.
airplane. And the last one, it's illegal in Florida to fart in public after 6 p.m.
Oh, lock my ass up. Yeah. Throw away the goddamn key. Just go fart in cops' faces at 7 o'clock.
That's a felony in this state, buddy.
Yep.
Oh my God, did we learn stuff?
You're sitting there in your cell. What are you in for? Flatulence?
Aggravated flatulence.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, this is some dumb criminals. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Police in Ossining, New York were called to a mini mart where they found Blake Leak, a 23-year-old trying to break in. They chased Leak through the streets until both cops took a tumble. Seizing the opportunity, Leak sought refuge on the grounds of a large building. The building was the Sing Sing maximum security prison, where he was promptly nabbed by guards.
Yep. Perfect.
That's awesome.
He's like, I'm free. Shit.
God damn it. How about a Scottish shoplifter named Aaron Morrison was picked up after pinching a bottle of vodka from a liquor store. It didn't take Sherlock Holmes to find Morrison, though. His name and phone number were left with the clerk after asking her out on a date.
Yes.
Hey, babe, I'm not going to pay for this, but here's
Yep.
my name and number. You
Yep.
give me a call. I'm such a badass. Fuck that guy.
Genius.
For a trio of drug thieves, it was their lucky day. They broke into a home in Silver Springs, Florida, and discovered 3 jars of cocaine. They took it home and snorted the contents. That's when they discovered the jars were in fact urns, and they were snorting the remains of the victims' husbands and 2 dogs.
Oh. Oh no.
Golly. Can you imagine? This cocaine isn't getting me high at all. When does the fun start? That's an awful drip, though.
I've seen remains, and I've obviously
Yeah,
seen the
sometimes
other one.
They're chunky.
There's like fractions of bones in there. Nope.
How high do you have to be already?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Golly. All right. Bring Your Child to Work Day is a long-honored tradition that allows children to see what goes on in the business world while also getting the chance to watch their parents do their trade. Okay. One crook brought his young son along with him on a job, which happened to be robbing a pet shop. He was caught soon after, minus something important. His son. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Yep.
You really need to evaluate your life choices if your kid is with you and you're going to rob a pet store.
I actually heard that just happened here in Florida.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was 2 women. They came in and they were at a like a Baby Depot or one of those, right?
Yeah.
And they brought their kid in with them and stole a stroller, like $1,000 stroller.
Oh my God.
But they took that stroller and left the other one with a 10-month-old baby in it.
These bitches were high on.
Just took the empty stroller and left the kid.
Jesus, come on.
So then, like an hour later, they come back and they're like, "Oh, can we get our kid back?" They're like, "No, nope."
Absolutely not. But thanks for coming. Here are the cops.
Yep.
Wow. All right. As two men waited in line at the coffee shop to pay their bill, a third cut in front of them. He threw a drink at the clerk and demanded all the money from the till. Temporarily surprised, the men quickly recovered and handcuffed the crook. Apparently, in his rush, the criminal didn't notice that they were both police officers in full uniform. What?
Again, how high do you have to be?
Yeah.
To cut off a bunch of cops to rob something.
That's crazy. All right. Recently, a woman in Fresno, California was stopped at a DUI checkpoint for being sauced. Ever helpful, she offered up this info. My husband's right behind me. He's even drunker than I am.
Oh, great.
God. Thanks, honey.
So again, something like that just happened in Florida. It was a teacher. Okay.
Yeah.
She was driving hammered with her 7-year-old in the backseat.
Oh my God.
And ready?
Ugh.
When the cop pulled her over, he's like, ma'am, have you had anything to drink tonight? She was like, no. The kid in the back goes, Mom, you told me never to lie to the police.
Oh. Oh, poor kid. He just ruined his life.
Yep.
All right, when an attempted robbery at a Lowe's home improvement store went awry, Milton J. Hodges fled across the street and jumped a fence right into the Cypress Code Nudist Resort and Spa. Yeah. I don't know what's worse. It's the worst possible time to faint in the middle of robbing a bank. But that's what happened in Beaver Creek, Ohio. The teller called 911 and asked for the medics, but you have to applaud the man's stick-to-itiveness. While the ambulance was en route, the suspect handed a note to the teller demanding all the cash.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Mitchell Desolate walked into a Baton Rouge, Louisiana hotel and asked the clerk for a room. The clerk wasn't a clerk. He was a state trooper, and the hotel was actually a state trooper station. That's when Mitchell was arrested and charged with driving while intoxicated.
Hey, put me up for the night. Yeah. Here's a jail cell.
Sure thing.
Yep.
We'll give you our nicest suite. Wow. Graham Prince of South Wales ripped off the bank where he worked, but he wasn't completely duplicitous. He left a note in the safe, borrowed £7 million, signed Graham.
Oh, good.
What are you doing? Why would you do that?
Just borrowed it.
Jesus. A good Samaritan once noticed an elderly man being robbed, so he jumped in and punched the thief. The thief was so upset he called the police to complain. That's dumb. When Stephen Crane broke into the Rivali Republic newsroom, he used the computers to watch porn and check Facebook. Then Crane doused the office with a fire extinguisher, took some candy, and left. It wasn't difficult to find him, however. The police just followed the trail of stolen M&Ms that led to his sister's place across the way.
Oh my God.
He must have been drunk or something.
Yep.
When police in Vancouver asked to search Jason Pucci's, apartment for drugs, he was not a suspect. In fact, they were looking for someone else. That all changed when they got a look at how his name was listed on his cell phone. Jason Pucci, drug dealer.
Yes.
Why do people do that?
Oh my God.
So two men decided a back-to-school event at an office supply store would be the perfect time to do some shoplifting. After all, store clerks would be busy helping an influx of shoppers. The sale happened to coincide with the annual Shop with a Cop Day, and about 60 police officers showed up to help children pick out school supplies. That's what you just abort. What are you doing?
Yep.
Adam Ramirez had it all figured out. He could be a cop without having to take the boring test. But he was arrested in Grapevine, Texas after pulling a driver over with his pickup truck outfitted with flashing lights. He even had an ID badge, which he had made by blacking out a restaurant gift card and etching the word police. However, he kept the restaurant's logo, a jalapeno popper surrounded by the words Chipotle Mexican Grill.
So...
I'm a police with the Chipotle Mexican Grill enforcement agency.
Fucking burrito police.
Yeah. Do you remember that truck? It was like a couple counties over, and it said FBI, female body inspector, and they made him take it down.
Yep.
Fucking people. Oh, man, that's all I got for that, the burrito patrol.
Crazy.
That's crazy, dude. Does that mean it's time for dad jokes?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, shit. All right. I'll get it, you guys. Just listen, I'm still having trouble breathing, so... All right. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go.
Okie dokie then. Let me do this. Are we ready?
Yep.
All right. A lawyer was so large that when he died, the undertaker couldn't find a coffin big enough to hold the body. So the undertaker gave him an enema and buried him in a shoebox.
Yes.
Ha-ha.
That means full of shit.
That means he was full of shit.
Yep. Oh.
Whoa.
There
There we go. Cool.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, man.
What's up, dude?
Hey.
What's the difference between a lawyer riding a motorcycle and a vacuum cleaner?
I don't know. What?
The vacuum cleaner has a dirt bag on the outside.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hey, Brian.
Yep.
What's the difference between a lawyer and a rooster?
What?
The rooster clucks defiant. The lawyer fucks the client.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
That's funny.
I like.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, man.
What's brown and rhymes with Snoop?
I don't know.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Love it. Oh, that's a classic. Hey, Brian.
Yep.
It's nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Glad that you're
Welcome
that we're
back.
doing this.
Yeah,
man.
glad you're alive.
Yeah, thank you. What's the difference between outlaws and in-laws?
What?
Outlaws are wanted.
Oh, that is very good.
That's a good one.
Yep. Don't hate me.
I will not.
Okay.
Okay.
Promise. What's the name of Hitler's rap album?
What?
Straight Outta Compton.
Love it. There's a Reich joke in there somewhere.
Yep.
But our German friend might pop in. Who
Uh-oh.
knows? All right. Hey, Brian.
Yep.
A man sits at a bar saying, "Lawyers are assholes," over and over again. Eventually, another man approaches him and asks him to stop. Why? Are you a lawyer? The first man asks. He says, "No, I'm an asshole."
Ah, that's. Andrew.
Hey!
What do you call a girl that raps about female rights?
What?
Feminem.
I like that one a lot, dude. That's a good one. Oh, my goodness. Where am I? Right here. All right, ready?
Yep.
Why does the Law Society prohibit sex between lawyers and their clients?
Why?
To prevent clients from being billed twice for essentially the same service.
That's a good book.
They be getting fucked.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, dude. You know what's crazy?
What?
R. Kelly. All right, people have a lot bad stuff to say about him.
They sure do.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's just say this, okay?
Uh-huh.
That dude changed the whole rap game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, he took the art out of rap artists.
For those of you that may not be aware, I had to see it spelled out. And yeah, holy moly. Just write out the word rap artist and then take out the word art. You'll get it.
Yep.
That was a good one, dude. Very cerebral. I like it. All right, you ready?
Yep.
What's the difference between a lawyer and a trampoline?
What?
You should take your work boots off before you jump on a trampoline.
Yes. Yes.
That's a classic lawyer joke.
Fucking lawyers.
Yeah.
I really like this one.
All right.
And I don't know why.
Okay.
Why don't religious people like rap?
I don't know why.
Because all they do is sit in a booth and confess a bunch of crimes they've done. It's called Catholicism.
I know why you like that one. That's something we got to do. We got to do the religion episode one day. Oof. That'll be fun. All right. It was so cold last winter. How cold was it? It was so cold. I saw a lawyer with his hands in his own pockets.
No way. That's good. I also like the Mickey Mouse voice. That's good. So listen,
Yeah.
this Christmas, right?
Uh-huh.
We know the last couple Christmases, there's been some crazy stuff about people being offended by Christmas songs.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So how can we make sure that this Christmas no one gets offended by Baby It's Cold Outside?
I don't know how.
Make into a rap song and rename it.
Yeah.
Bitch, it be freezing.
Nice. All right, I got one more. You ready?
Yep.
All right, sir. If a lawyer and an IRS agent were both drowning and you could only save one of them, would you go to lunch or read the newspaper?
I take a nap, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is the coronavirus's favorite rap artist?
Ooh, what?
The Wuhan Clan. All right, I got one more.
Go.
What's the difference between rapping and raping?
I don't know. What?
It all depends on where you put the PP.
Oh, my God. We're back, baby. Oh, my gosh. Does that mean we're done?
Yep.
We should leave after. That's a good one to leave off on. Oh my gosh, that means it is time for the outro. It's been so long since we've done this. We have so much to do. First of all, I would just like to say thank you to anybody that subscribed in the last week and has no idea why. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody that subscribed in the last year and does have an idea why, thank you as well. And if you are brand new, then thank you as well. I would also like to I would also like to thank anybody that helped me out during my sick time. Brian, thank you for checking on me.
Yeah, man.
I would like to say thank you to Alkaline Trio. Sorry we didn't get to see you, but we're gonna get to see you again soon.
Yep.
Do you have any shout outs?
You know what? Let's shout out cops.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out cops too.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Okay.
No, let's shout out the good cops.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck the bad cops.
Yeah. You know what? I will say this. Danny Fernandez. He is my Florida lawyer, and he is a gangster,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
He is legit. Like, we can talk all we want about like bad lawyer jokes and everything.
Yeah.
This dude is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you find a good lawyer.
Yep.
Good.
And that's the thing. It's like if you find a good lawyer, you stick with it.
Yeah. You pay
Find a
that
good
man.
mechanic, you stick with that mechanic.
Same thing with like a barber, anything.
Right.
Anything where a service is rendered like that.
Yep.
That's why
And
we
you know,
have.
you know you're not gonna get fucked. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
Yep.
I would like to shout out pneumonia.
Yeah.
I would like, you're a one fickle bitch. I would like to shout out cops as well, and I would like to shout out Karen one more time. Thank you
Yes,
so much,
thank you,
Karen,
Karen.
for that awesome thumbnail. We will use it for sure. I would also like to plug our shit. If you are on Facebook, you can type in DadBodPod. That takes you to our Facebook page where you can leave us a message. If you're on the Tic Tacs, let me see if I remember this. I think it's DadBodPod on TikTok.
Yep.
Go check us out there. You know, we have our wrap up. If you are on YouTube, DadBodPod, and that will take you to our YouTube page where you can leave a comment. Brian, I have a couple.
Yep.
All right, so we got to go back a little bit. This first one comes to us. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, yeah.
Who is it?
I've been sitting on this goddamn guy for 2 fucking weeks now. In response to one of our shorts, it doesn't even matter which one. This fucking guy, his name is Perio F. Blue Pants. He wrote, worst content on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I've blocked/ignored this channel and it keeps coming back. What the fuck? I replied to this motherfucker and I'm gonna say it out loud and I'll say it to his fucking face. Let's see your show, buddy. Let's see if you can do any better. No? Then sit the fuck down.
Yep.
Also, we're like herpes, bitch. We don't go away.
Nope. And we show up at the worst times.
Yup. We're gonna show up on your wedding night.
Yup.
Fuck that guy. Also, clearly you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you've blocked us, then we shouldn't be there.
Right.
So fuck you, asshole.
Captain Poopy Pants, whatever your name is.
In response to our last episode, I have a joke. A flight attendant asked her first class passenger if she could bring him something to drink. He asked her what did she have to offer. Coffee, soda, water, or airline tea. Airline tea, he asked. What's the difference in airline tea and regular tea? Well, we have Delta tea, United tea, Continental tea. Never mind, the passenger said. Just don't bring me the TWA tea.
Yes.
In response to one of our shorts, a nice person named Scott said, "Nice one. Thank you very much, Scott." One of our friends, Psychotic Shadow, who has commented on us before, gave us a joke. He said, "Hey guys, I saw a hot non-binary person the other day, and I said, let's she them titties."
Yes.
That's awesome, dude.
That's hilarious.
Always good to hear from you, sir. Keep the comments coming. In response to yet another short, somebody said, "Good one." Always love to hear it.
Cool.
And then the last one I have, in response to another short, I have the comment is literally the letters EW, ew. And I thought it stopped there, right? But then I hit translate to English, and it says, "Good one." So what? I don't
Yeah, what language is
know
that?
what language that is where ooh is good one.
Right.
Or ew is good one. But regardless, we
We'll take it.
really appreciate the comments, you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you
guys
guys.
so much. I checked our emails. We didn't get any emails, but
Cool.
that's okay because people are commenting. So
Yep.
I think we're all done there. It feels like we did everything. It feels like we got ourselves a good episode here. What do you think?
I think so too.
It's great
It's
to
good
be
to be back.
I
Yeah.
missed you, man.
Miss you too, Bubba.
I think we just have one thing left to say.
I think so too.
Let's do it on 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Dads rise up!
Fuck yeah! We will see everyone Monday at 5. Thank you guys so much.
Woo!
Bye!